KAVU 25 News Now weekends at 5:30.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Karina Garcia. The search for Benedicto Jaramillo and his son Angel ended on June 4th. The community paid their respects to the father and son Thursday. 25 News Now reporter Adarius McCormick has the story.
On June 1st, Benedicto and Angel Jaramillo went shrimping on Magnolia Beach. The father-son duo usually went out on their 40-foot vessel to spend some time together. However, this trip ended in tragedy.
On their hand, heartbroken, we lost two very good men. We were ready, to find them. That's what we wanted. We wanted a peace of mind.
Stormy weather capsized their boat and their bodies were missing. After days of searching by the family, community, and the Hunter Hadley Quest, Texas Parks and Wildlife Games Warden found their bodies almost 18 miles away across the Matagorda Bay Channel. In remembrance, the Jaramillo family hosted an emotional vigil to support one another. The family wanted to celebrate Benedicto and Angel's lives on the beach where they were last seen.
This is the last place they were. And he loved his job. This is what he did for 30 plus years. I know they would love this. They would love it because this is his heart. He put out his heart in his job. And his son was following his steps.
The matriarch of the family, Priscilla Jaramillo, wanted to thank everyone involved in the search. Reporting in Port Lavaca, I'm Adarius McCormick, KAVU TV 25 News Now.
Police in Round Rock are looking for suspects after 2 people were killed and multiple were injured in a shooting at a Juneteenth celebration Saturday night. Officials say the shooting began just before 11 p.m. at Old Settlers Park after a fight broke out between 2 groups who were at this event. 2 people died from the incident while 4 adults and 2 kids suffered potentially serious injuries and were taken to area hospitals.
The unfortunate part is that we had innocent victims as a result of this reckless actions of certain subjects. And we're here to celebrate Juneteenth, and the unfortunate part is these folks could care less about someone's life and took someone's life and on a day we're here to celebrate community.
Police say the victims were not part of the fight and the suspects in the shooting are believed to have left the scene, and the search is still ongoing. Now, the man who abducted 2 Louisiana children and killed one of them has been arrested. The abductor admitted to his crimes but blamed his actions on an antidepressant. He says, quote, "I have no reason for what I did. All I know is I was sober and I was only on Lexapro and off Lexapro. And I'm also diagnosed with multiple personality disorder," unquote. He's also facing charges in Louisiana, including first-degree murder in connection with the killing of the mother and 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping and armed robbery. And now time to talk weather on this Sunday night with First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Trey Mining. Trey, we were talking some flooding heading our way?
It's very possible because heavy rain potential is on the high side. It's coming up weak, rather calm today, and definitely was hot and still is. We're looking at a live view from Victoria near the southern part of the city of Victoria. 92 degrees currently with sunny to partly cloudy skies. Feel like temperature 103. It is hot on the outside. Humidity beginning to rise 58%. But the rain chances on the increase in a big way beginning tomorrow and especially by midweek as a low in the Gulf of Mexico gets closer to us. What's the flooding potential? How much can we expect? I'll let you know coming up later on in the full forecast. Karina?
Trey, thank you. This Father's Day weekend plagued by gun violence. Multiple people injured by gunfire, just like we saw in Round Rock, Texas, and now Michigan, Maryland, and Massachusetts.
An investigation now underway in Rochester Hills, Michigan, after a shooter opened fire Saturday afternoon at a splash pad park, injuring 9 people.
Unfortunately, in my 5 years as being county executive, this is now the 2nd mass shooting. We're getting all too good at this, and I'm disgusted by it.
The youngest victim, a 4-year-old boy. His 8-year-old brother and their mom also hurt, both in critical condition. The oldest victim, a 78-year-old man who was shot in the abdomen, according to police.
Under no circumstance in this country, particularly in Rochester Hills, should fathers be spending Father's Day in a hospital.
Police have identified the suspected gunman as 42-year-old Michael William Nash. They say he apparently died by suicide and had no connection to any of the victims. In another shooting Saturday evening, this one in Texas, Juneteenth celebrations turning deadly when gunfire erupted at a park in Round Rock. Police say an altercation broke out shortly before 11 p.m.
During that altercation, someone produced a gun and began to fire. Multiple victims were hit. Unfortunately, we do have 2 deceased on scene. We do not have a suspect in custody.
Meanwhile, early Sunday morning, authorities in Methuen, Massachusetts say 7 people were shot during a pop-up party that was organized through social media. They say an 8th person suffered serious head injuries trying to get away from the scene.
While these spontaneous car club meetups, they generally do not escalate to this type of violence, our policy has been and will continue to be to take law enforcement action wherever appropriate to discourage this activity from occurring in the first place.
No arrests have been made in the case. And in Maryland, police are searching for the alleged suspect who opened fire at a sporting event held at a high school Saturday morning, killing 1 man and injuring a 5-year-old child. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
The 50th Port Lavaca Juneteenth celebration united families from across the country to celebrate the end of slavery in the U.S. This year's event continues throughout the weekend at the Bayfront Peninsula for the 2nd year in a row. The event embodies liberation and reunion for the local African American community, with activities ranging from performances to games. And this event continues to grow even 50 years later. So here is your viewer poll. You can scan that QR code right there on your screen to vote. The question is, did you attend any Juneteenth celebrations? Yes or no? 4% voted yes, and the remaining 96% voted no. Thank you for voting. We want to hear from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part, and we're going to have an update on 25 News Now at 10. The Victoria ISD is holding a special called board meeting Tuesday afternoon. This will be at 3:30. Board members will discuss and take action to select a superintendent search firm. The meeting is at the administration building located at 102 Profit Drive. Texas student STAAR scores decline in math and in science. The Texas Tribune reports the latest results in the 2 key subjects are a setback after 2 years of modest progress toward recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. Only 26% of 5th graders this year met science grade level standards, a steep decline of 21 percentage points from 2019. In math, Texas students lost ground after 2 years of modest post-pandemic gains. About 41% of students showed a decent understanding of math on their test scores. Now, a brand new program starts Monday night on the Victoria Television Group. It's called Let's Grow Texas Ag, and it's all about farming and ranching in our Crossroads area. Here are the air dates on KVU Monday, June 17th at 6:30. Also on KVU Saturday, June 24th at 5 p.m. Also at KMOL Wednesday, June 19th at 5 p.m. And finally at KMOL Sunday, June 30th at 10 a.m. We hope to see you there. Alrighty, grab your cell phone and scan this QR code. This is our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. Watch us anytime, anywhere, get breaking news alerts, and vote in all our viewer polls. Learn all about our ongoing contests right there in the app, and you can also submit news tips, videos, and photos. And stay with us. A park ride malfunction in Oregon leaves nearly 30 people upside down in the air for more than 20 minutes. That's coming up on 25 News Now at 5:30.
On the radar, a few rain showers earlier today beginning to fade on out now as we're beginning to lose the daytime heat. And this is just the beginning. A lot more rain headed our way. Give you the details coming up.
Getting after a Southwest Airlines flight plunged toward the ocean near Hawaii. The April 11th incident came to light on Friday after Bloomberg reported Southwest sent a memo to pilots about the incident. Flight tracking data shows the Boeing 737 MAX 8 dropped at a rate of more than 4,000 feet a minute. At one point, it flew as low as 400 feet before rapidly climbing. Bloomberg, in their memo, indicated a newer first officer was flying at the time. Flight tracking data shows the plane returned straight back to Honolulu. Now, a Wisconsin woman is thrilled to be reunited with her class ring after she lost it decades ago at the beach.
In 1979, Nadine Mashinsky graduated from Stevens Point High School and received her class ring. In 1980, she lost her ring.
Me and my sister were down at the campground at Vista Royale on the beach and, well, yeah, basically lost, went back several times. Couldn't find it.
After more attempts to locate it in the sand, there came a point where it was deemed lost forever.
Maybe at the end of the summer that year, I guess, because we'd ride our bikes down there earlier days and we just go down there to go swimming all the time.
Flash forward 44 years into the future. It's ultimately here where the ring ends up getting found, at Vista Royale Campground in Bancroft. A family had come here to lounge on the beach. They felt around in the sand and, well, there it was, still intact decades later.
It won't go on any other finger.
The credit for finding it goes to Kyle Rasmussen from Marshfield, who posted this picture online, foregoing bringing it to the Lost and Found. Nadine's daughter took control from there.
Pretty soon she's messaging me to, "Mom, call him now."
After an exchange, the ring is now back where it belongs.
Where it's been for this long, besides the same place, I don't know.
Not only can you still read all the markings, the stone is still in place.
My name is still engraved. My maiden name is in there. It's shiny. I don't know how it stayed like this. I even thought, well, I couldn't believe the stone didn't just fall out or something.
This moment of happenstance providing closure, as she now gets to keep her ring next to her late husband's, who graduated from Stevens Point in 1980. It's probably not going to see the light of day anymore after this.
Probably not.
Cute ending, but this one, dozens of people spent around 30 minutes suspended upside down in the air after a ride at an Oregon amusement park malfunctioned Friday afternoon. 8 people were left stranded in the air when the Atmosphere ride at Oaks Amusement Park in Portland stopped working. The park says first responders were contacted immediately, and within minutes, the ride was lowered and guests were able to safely get off. Portland Fire and Rescue says all riders were medically evaluated and released, but one person with pre-existing medical conditions was taken to the hospital for further evaluation out of caution.
I had myself lost. I don't even feel like myself. I definitely feel like a different person actually now because I feel thankful.
The ride will remain closed until further notice, and Oaks Park says it will work with the manufacturer and state inspectors to identify exactly what caused this ride to malfunction.
Take a look at the review of the day. 93 hot degrees today, low 74 degrees, which is pretty much on target for our normal high and low. We're actually above normal for the yearly rainfall at 19.92 inches. We'll be adding to this in a big way coming up the next couple of days. We'll give you the details of the wet forecast coming up. Good evening, everyone. Trey Mining here once again. A lot to talk about the weather. Let's get right into it. First thing, the heat today is definitely on with mid-90s from Goliad westward, 92 degrees in Victoria currently. Feel like temperatures 103 to 105 currently in the entire Crossroads area. Cooling off, I guess you can say that, in the overnight to the 80s or so for the feel like temperature by early morning. Another hot day again for your day tomorrow. But all eyes and all attention is on the Gulf of Mexico for this low pressure area here. Very weak low pressure area, and just an area of tropical moisture actually. Might get up to a tropical depression stage and potentially tonight or tomorrow, but we're watching to see. But if it does or if it doesn't, it promises to bring a lot of heavy rain to our region coming up for the middle part of the week. Starting kind of slowly as it did today and especially tomorrow. More rain shower coverage for your day on Monday. And then on Tuesday, pretty much the same. And then the system comes in by about Wednesday or Thursday or so, makes landfall on the mid-Texas coast, whatever it happens to be at that time classified. But regardless of that, brings heavy rain for our region coming up for Wednesday into your Thursday, slowly subsiding by the weekend. Future rainfall totals, check this out for your 7 p.m. this evening. There are a few light showers in and around the region, so maybe a few folks will get a little bit of rainfall currently this afternoon and this evening. As we work throughout your day on your Monday, pretty much area-wide, anywhere less than 1/10 of an inch. And same goes for the afternoon and evening hours for your Tuesday. Then the real system gets closer to us, comes in, and look at the totals will rev up quite nicely and quite a bit coming up for your day on Thursday. We could have anywhere from 2 or 3 inches to 4 inches. There's even 6 or 7 inches likely from US 59 southward is the most likely area to see the heavy rainfall. But everyone has potential for heavy rainfall coming up for the next few days, especially by the midweek time frame as that low pressure area moves into the Texas coast and kind of slow moves its way inland. So heavy rain potential is still going to be extended for the middle part of the week. Local future tracker could have an isolated rain shower somewhere in the area coming up later on tonight, maybe 1 or 2 coming in off the Gulf of Mexico. Then the tropical moisture really increases for your day on your Monday, coming in and pretty much more widespread as you go throughout your Monday afternoon, especially on your Tuesday. Some of these could produce some heavy rainfall. We'll just see this more in abundance as we head toward the middle part of the week with that low pressure area. So keep weather aware throughout the entire week. We'll keep you informed as you go throughout the week as well. Cloudy skies for your day on your Monday for Port Lavaca, with high temperatures only near 90 degrees because of the cloud cover. Scattered rain showers and thunderstorms very likely, some heavy at times. Cuero about the same as well, with high temperatures near 90 degrees for your day tomorrow. Still can't escape the heat so far. And the same goes for Cuero, as you see right there in Victoria. And we'll see temperatures near 90 degrees. Well, Cuero keeps coming up. There you go. You got the idea. Now we'll move on to our 7-day forecast. With isolated rain showers tomorrow, better chance in the afternoon. Then it really revs up flooding potential. Keep weather aware coming up for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Begins to subside Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with highs well in the 80s near 90 degrees. Adding a flooding potential there, so we'll keep a weather alert days for Wednesday and Thursday. Keep weather aware. Lows in the 70s. Keep informed of the weather all week long, and we'll keep you informed right here, of course. Take a look at this. This is one way you can stay informed. Get your smartphone, scan the code you see there on your screen. That'll take you to a web page. You can download our Crossroads Today app and sign up for email alerts, news, weather, and sports. All at your fingertips. Very easy, convenient, free of charge to stay connected with us. Now, speaking of sports, here is Zach.
Thank you, Trey. The Astros in action on this Father's Day, and the Mavs are forced to Game 5, and they hope the third time's the charm over at TD Garden. I'll have that in sports. Well, the Houston Astros trying to take 2 out of 3 against the Detroit Tigers after last night's bad loss. The Astros leading 1-0 in the second inning, and Altuve goes to one of the deepest parts of the yard and just does get it out. 3-run shot off Kenta Maeda. Shades of Game 5 of the 2017 World Series when he went deep off Maeda in that same spot. Astros now leading 4-0. Ronel Blanco was excellent again for Houston today. He went 7 innings, did not give up a hit, but he did walk 3. The Astros pulled him after 7. He had a high pitch count. Astros go on to get the win. Final score in this one, 4-1. So with that game being over, the Seattle Mariners then beat the Rangers 5-0. And well, while the Astros gain a game on the Rangers, they really wanted the Rangers to win as they try and gain ground on the AL West lead. The Astros still sit 9 games back. In the Men's College World Series, the Aggies jumped on the board first against Florida with a high chopper that brings the runner home from third. Close play at the bag. Then in the bottom of the third, this one hit to the deepest part of the yard at 1 hops off the wall. The runner's going to come all the way around from first to make it 3-0. Florida would then make it a 3-2 ball game, and in the 9th inning, for the man on first, this one shot to right field, and it is robbed at the wall to rob a go-ahead homer. Keeps the score at 3-2. That would be our final score. Tomorrow night, Game 5 of the NBA Finals. The Mavs try and hold on to fight another day. They were dominant in Game 4, shot over 50% from the field and played good defense while shooting the 3-ball well, but it's a different ball game on the road at the TD Garden. Kyrie Irving told Boston fans he would be back for Game 5. Now the All-Star gets another shot to win against his former team to force a Game 6.
I think, and I'm not speaking for him, but just from experience, you just, as an athlete, you want to get another opportunity, and he has that opportunity here tomorrow night, and hopefully he can take full advantage of that, make some adjustments that he can, look back at Game 1 and 2 and see what they were doing to him defensively, and hopefully take advantage in Game 5.
And that game is going to be right here on KAVU. That is it for your sports, Karina. Back to you.
And stay with us. Coming up, I hope everyone's having a great Father's Day. A look at Father's Day spending next. Day consumer spending on gifts is expected to be in the billions. According to a survey by the National Retail Federation, $22.4 billion to be exact. That's the second highest estimate in the survey's history. It follows last year's record of an estimated $22.9 billion in expected spending. Half of those surveyed say they plan to purchase for a father or stepfather, and the other half will be purchasing for a husband, son, brother, or grandfather. So shout out all dads. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's
Exactly.
Day,
Happy Father's Day.